Literally start immediately. A wee mo it. I can start immediately. A wee mo it. How you like that, dude? A wee mo it. We on, baby.
What happened? About the dance club in high school?
Oh my god.
So there was this girl who in our high school, tried to put together, and she was kind of all right, fuck it. She was kind of a nerd in high school. Not a nerd. That was the weird thing. She was like just a weird person. She wasn't like a nerd because she was kind of fucking. It's not like she was studying.
Okay.
She was just like a weird.
She was dumb.
She was a loner. She was a dumb loner.
Okay.
Just sad, but
Yeah.
in hindsight, I shouldn't have bullied her. But
Yeah, but you don't know.
she was a bit of a dickhead too.
Of course.
So
That's
she
why she's
kinda,
a loner.
you know,
That's why
but,
she didn't have any friends.
She was like, she tried to put together a dance club, and not like a fucking interpretive, like a fucking step up to the street dance club.
How did she put word out about this?
They announced it in our one class that I was in with her,
Fuck.
which is when I was like, nice, I'm going to that. Like right away. Me and
What grade was this?
junior year of high
nice.
school. So, I mean, we were adults.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we weren't adults, but you know what I mean. We were like a little old for a fucking step up to the street club.
Yeah.
For white kids.
Yeah.
And like she should have known that wasn't part of her life. She was never going to be a street dancer.
Yeah.
She was never physically
saw the
capable
movie,
of it.
it was fucking
she saw
hype.
it, was like, we should put this together. And then so me and three of my friends showed up, and we were the only ones. So it was me, three of my friends. So basically this poor girl tried to put this together, and 4 football players showed up and were like, is this a democracy here? And they were like, yeah. So I was like, all right, let's take it to vote. We vote for a different president than her. She lost. And then, so we kicked her out of the group.
Oh my god.
But the way we kicked her out was we made her have a dance off with my friend. And so in the middle of this classroom after school, we just moved the desks and like played. I don't even know if there was music.
Oh no.
I'm not sure if there was music.
Just a quiet dance
Just
off?
a quiet dance, so like you could hear them like.
Oh my god. And she really tried
She was
to win?
trying her hardest, and my friend was just being a dickhead. But every move he did, we were all like, "Oh,
my
shit!"
God,
and when she was
dude.
going, we were just laughing.
Oh no.
Oh my god, that was so brutal.
Damn, dude, I can only imagine fucking trying to get the group ready for like the underground warehouse ludicrous dance party, dude.
That's what she did to start the dance class or the dance club.
How soon after
I put that on my college
how soon-
resumes.
The dance club?
I was like a member of dance club.
Oh my god. Damn,
Fuck,
dude.
I got another good bench press story. The same kid who did that dance off in 8th grade or
Yeah.
7th or 8th grade, they used to, after school, we would go over and lift with the high school team, the football team. And one time I had a boner
Okay. While lifting.
while lifting.
What lift?
It was
You're
fucking
bench
8th
pressing?
grade, but I was bench pressing, so I used the old tuck method. I had a tucked boner,
Yeah.
and I went down to bench press. And, you know, when you fucking put your
Yeah.
arms up, your shirt comes up when you're laying
Yeah.
there. So just the tip of my dick was sticking out of my gym shorts. And my friend's such an asshole. He's like, Gillis has a boner. I was like, dude, shut the fuck up. I tried to tuck method in the weight room, dude. Just the upside down tip of my
Yeah,
dick was sticking out.
And in gym shorts too. It's
Oh,
like
God.
you need like some hard dungarees or some khakis to hold that down.
Yeah. I just had a fucking boner lifting up the fucking...
You just had like a 30-degree boner fucking sticking out of your gym shorts. Oh my, you had an isosceles triangle boner, dude.
Oh, man.
Anyone else see your helmet or just your boy?
I think it was just my friend. I was
You
quick
finished-
to
you
fucking...
finished the set?
No, I finished my nut, dude. I cummed and then I went back
while
to
you're
it.
lifting weights.
I get, of course, dude. All that testosterone, my
8th
boys
grade,
around
yeah,
me, dude,
exactly.
get me going.
8th grade, you're hard no matter what, dude.
Yeah, I had a fucking 8th grade rager on the bench press, upside down boner. He saw it.
Damn, that's
Yeah.
tight. It's tight to get your
Yeah.
helmet fucking discovered like that.
It's really embarrassing.
You have to point out a boner, dude. If
Oh
someone,
my god! If that was anyone else, I would have been all over that.
exactly.
So I mean, I can't be mad at him for
I would have
that.
pantsed them while they're bench pressing. And been
Oh,
like,
dude! Thank God we stopped pantsing.
Yeah.
If that makes a comeback, that's the funniest fucking thing in the world. Getting pants.
Well, there's also getting shanked. Is that's when
What's
someone
getting
would
shanked?
grip your boxers too?
Oh, the whole thing,
And you
yeah.
get you get your bird
Yeah,
out and
yeah,
everything. We got a guy one time shanked. My cousin got behind him, pushed him over, and he fell and full bird to the recess yard. And like the teacher just came over, like, "Hey, knock that off." We were like, "All right." That'd have been that'd like expulsion and fucking lawsuits.
My one friend pantsed my other friend while he was talking to my mom. His dick came out. And my mom hated the kid who pantsed him forever. She still hates him.
Really?
Yeah. She's like, that kid's a fucking punk. She'll say, like, punk.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, he fucking pantsed a high schooler in front of her.
Yeah, that's pretty. That's
So
hilarious.
fucking funny.
Yeah, getting pants is fucking sick. Well, if you had the Adidas snap-ups on, people would find you and fucking rip those things off
right
you.
off.
That's a good one.
Yeah, the
You gotta bring that back. Well, no one wears fucking nut
taps.
taps. Not funny.
Fucking not funny at
No.
all.
I'll fight someone over that. I don't like that.
Did I told you that time Courtney fucking punched me in the balls, right? Courtney
No.
Reynolds.
Did he really?
Yeah, it wasn't. I had to let it go. It was my fault.
Why?
So I did the old. You see where the horse bit
And you
me?
grabbed his dick.
Lifted his fucking dick a little, and he just fucking full on swung like out of instinct. And I was like, dude, Jesus Christ.
God damn.
Yeah.
Well, he's like he's like part Jamaican.
Yeah, dude, you don't fuck.
You don't
with
fuck
it.
around with Jamaicans like that.
I was like,
especially,
dude, that's my fault for doing gay shit to a black dude.
Yeah, dude.
If you do a gay thing to a black dude, you get they're like, all right, fucking squat up.
You're being inclusive.
Yeah, I tried to
You were giving him a
treat
little.
him the way I would treat any of my friends. Give him an old,
Grabbed his fucking dick.
give him a little fucking,
A ball lift might be more unsettling
ball
than getting
lift.
hit.
That's
in the
what I
nuts.
gave him.
That's the weirdest feeling.
just a
when
little
people
fucking
lift your ball.
lift it up. And he fucking swung at my dick.
Jesus Christ,
Oh my god.
that's terrifying. You know, in Jamaica, Boy George is like the shit.
No, I didn't.
And Jamaicans, if you ask like a guy from Jamaica, be like, "Yo, what do you think of Boy George?" They're like, "Yo, he's the best." They ignore the fact they won't admit that he's gay. Like, nah, Boy George is a rude boy. They love him, dude. I've heard this from two. I've had this verified from two different Jamaicans. And I just brought it up. I'm like, yeah, you're 30, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 30 is about the time when you start to see all your life cycles. You get old enough to where you're like,
Yeah, I remember that.
wait, I've been here before.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah,
I've
yeah.
been doing that hard. When I used to be like, fucking girls are crazy. Every girl I date is nuts. And then I'm just like, after like 6 relationships like that, I'm like, oh, fuck, dude.
Yeah,
I'm the fucking ringleader
yeah.
of this circus, dude.
Yeah, she's been telling me like you're a bully, like you're
Fair.
mean to people, and I'm like, you're like the 10th person today told me that. Like, yeah, maybe it is me.
I mean, bullying's fun, you know?
I don't think I'm a bully though.
No, but dude, I've existed
There's
outside.
me doing exactly what I said. I was like, I'm not a bully though.
Well, here's what I've learned, that the majority of people aren't, yeah, I would say the majority of the civilized world who I would say works in an office or is like very career driven, or I don't even want to necessarily put it on that. They have a way of relating to people that doesn't exactly jive with how you or I would. Where like I was talking to this dude, like there's shit people say now that I'm working in like a civilized environment that I just want to all day long. Like this, like I work with a dude.
Call him out for being
I work with a
fucking-
dude who calls his girlfriend his partner, and it fucking bothers me so much. And I'm always like, I thought he was talking about a dude the whole time. I'm like, all right, dude's gay, cool. I'm like,
Yeah.
chilling on that. And he's like, then she, and I'm like, how the fuck do you call your girlfriend your partner? So like that like fucks me up. And then like we're doing a thing yesterday, and there was like a little kid out. Someone's like, hey, like we got to do a meeting. My kid's here. I'm like, yeah, man, it's fine. And this dude kept like trying to talk to this kid in a way that was so bizarre. It was just so weird. And he was like, we were all like laughing afterwards. He was like, yeah, that kid loved me, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, dude, that kid didn't want nothing to do with you, bro. It's like, the kid was sitting there playing on his fucking iPad. He was having a good time. You were just distracted.
That's the thing.
He goes, he was like, yeah, but I was giving him M&Ms. I'm like, well, you got to be careful of that strategy, bro. That's a tried and true. And dude, I was with 2 people. They both looked at me like, why would you say that? And I was just like, I thought it was a fucking slam dunk, dude.
Yeah. You mean that home run I just hit?
Yeah, I was just
Why
like-
would I go yard?
I'm like, yeah, dude, it is effective giving kids candy, but you got to kind of watch how you work that one, dude.
yeah, you might end up getting your dick sucked. You gotta watch that. That old fucking candy for work, that works out bad sometimes.
Yeah, dude. I'm like, yeah. Unless you're like 80, dude, fucking steer clear of that one.
I mean, you just telling me that guy called his girlfriend partner is
It bothers me immensely.
knocking around my brain
And
right now. I
can't-
hate it so
I
much.
sit there and I'm like, fuck, man, I can't. There's no one I can be like, dude, what the fuck why is he saying? I just have to sit there and I'm like, all right, this is
Yeah.
normal. But yeah, there's a lot of the world, dude, that doesn't really.
Yeah, because if that was one of our friends
Oh, my God.
that said partner,
Oh my god,
we would eviscerate them.
Oh my god, dude.
And it'd be like, yeah, it's like, what are you, a fucking cowboy, dude? What are you talking about?
What are you guys, a crime fighting
Yeah,
duo?
what are you, fucking T.I., dude? Is this your partner? What are you fucking talking about?
I know, dude.
Good Lord,
I
dude.
know.
And like, what are you, because I don't know, this is, you look at, when I hear people say shit like that, it's like, what's your motive on that? What are you trying to portray yourself as? As somebody
Yeah.
who's enlightened and says, well, this is my partner.
Well, I think
It's like, no, you're a fucking bitch.
I think it's part. What I'm thinking is, I think it's part of de-genderizing relationships. So you're not being like,
Which is,
you don't want to normalize. Be like, well, this is my girlfriend.
yeah, it's your bitch, dude. That's your fucking
Well, that
lady.
like
That's
kind of
your baby girl.
That's your baby, dude.
That's
That's your best
babe,
bitch, dude.
That's your bottom
That's what
fucking
I always
bitch.
call. I always say whenever I go anywhere with my girlfriend, I'm like, I'm just so happy to take my best girl out, dude. She's like, will you stand me? I'm your best girl. Gerby.
Gerb dog.
What a fucking glorious rise from the ashes. And you were still great last week.
Yeah, you were
What
great.
a glorious fucking rise, dude. I knew you couldn't be kept down.
I was worried, man. I'm sure you were too. That's,
Did you text
Well, it's
Kirby
a-
afterwards?
yeah.
Me too.
Oh, no, well, yeah, but it's more just like I felt really. What?
What? Oh no, what?
You didn't text it. He texted it. I don't know.
I thought I called you.
Oh, yeah, maybe you did. I don't know. I don't remember anything. But the whatever. There's so many. For the listener, there's so many times I say something like, I wish I would have said it. You can't say anything around Shane. You can't even you can't do this and then look like, what the fuck was that? Trying to look sexy? You're trying to fuck with this guy?
Oh man, that trying to look sexy thing hurt.
I gotta do what did hurt. Now I want to take it down because
Oh,
you're making
take
fun
it
of me.
down.
Oh no,
No
I
way,
was just
dude.
kidding.
No fucking way.
It's a cool video.
dude. If you
It
start
was funny.
questioning your
Brother
instinct,
really liked it.
if
It
you
was
start
funny.
You need
questioning,
to make more of that.
if you start questioning your instinct, you have to go with your instinct.
Yeah, your instinct was good. I watched the video. I thought it was funny.
You got to let it rip, dude. At all times.
Well,
Otherwise, you're creating a
Anyway,
false
I
persona.
tried. I don't like it, but I tried it, and that's that. Maybe I'll take it down. Who knows?
What?
But
You don't like what?
No,
thought
like
the
I tried
video was
making a
good.
video like that because I thought, I wanted to try and produce more content.
You should.
So then I was like, I'll just videotape myself doing this project. That's got to be funny because I'm afraid of electricity and shit.
Sure.
And
It
I
was
did
funny, and your
Yeah.
dad came in and did it.
Yeah.
And
Well, no.
that was the joke. It was
Yeah,
funny.
yeah. But technically, I did it. He told me what to do, and then I just hung one.
Did you do it hot or did you turn the breaker
I
off?
turned the breaker off.
What? I work hot on electric, bro.
No, you don't.
Yeah, me
120
too.
volts. You're not going to get a household
man.
120, bro. I eat that.
Man, you're so much fucking cooler than
You
me.
can, dude, you can touch the
You
outlet.
suck his dick, dude.
Take the outlet out. You can touch that screw, bro. It just like in your head just goes, "Meh," and you let go. It's not going to hurt you. 120 is not going to get. If you're an old lady, it could hang you
I've
up.
been shocked by a couple outlets. They do hurt.
Nah, I've
They
done it a
scare
hundred
you,
times.
dude.
I've like held them, and I'm like, "What the fool?" And you let go, and you're like, "Ugh." Dudes kiss you one time.
Yeah, it's a sick rumor. We used to say that. We said that about my one friend Gabe. We said we were at a college party and he made out with Ian Minori or some shit.
Dude, I went down the one time. I was in a high school party. I went down the basement. It was just two guys I knew and I was friends with. It was just them hanging out. And then I went back. It was 12 people.
Yeah.
So there was out of the 12, 2 were down there. So I went with the other 10. I was like, yo, I just walked in on Brent and fucking Steve making out. And they were like, what? And they ran down and I just was drunk and high, whatever, laughing to myself. Dude, that guy came up to me 2 months later. He's like, will you please tell everyone I wasn't making out with fucking Brent and Marita? He's like, I was like, I forgot all about that. I started a hot rumor. Those
That's a
dudes
hot
are
rumor.
down there making
Dudes making out.
Yeah.
That's a funny fucking rumor.
It was just so funny to me, but it really stuck.
Right before I got on stage Saturday night, I was sitting in the back with the other comics, and this fat lady walked in. She was a dickhead. She walked in and she was like, I'm sitting up front. Make fun of me, you turds. And walked away. And I was just like, oh, no. So, yeah, I was on stage.
A wild Nidoran appeared.
Yeah, dude. She fucking... And also I was sitting there just... Because from where I was sitting before I went on stage, I could see her in the front row. And I was just going through my head, just, what should I say to her?
Yeah.
You were great in the Mucinex commercials. Fucking... She had blue hair, so I was like, you look like the clown from Spawn. All this shit. In my head, I was just fucking destroying this lady. And then I was like, I can't say any of that.
Yeah, that's
I can't go out there and be like, you look like a pile of shit.
Yeah, that's that's a tough thing about. I got into it one time. I had a middle-aged lady who was heckling me, and I made fun of her clothes being from Kohl's or some shit, and I was like, yeah, you know, I just made fun of her clothes being from like Marshalls. It wasn't even that bad, dude. The whole group she was with, her husband, they all looked at me like, what the fuck, man? And I was just like, I'll never say anything about a girl's clothes ever again while I do stand-up.
Yeah.
Unless it's like totally outlandish.
So I went out there, and like within the first 3 minutes, she didn't say anything. I just assaulted her.
Nice.
Just 3 minutes in, I was like, look at you.
Oh, so you gave it to her.
Yeah, but I didn't for no reason. So no one in the audience knew how much I hated her for no reason.
So she just incepted
you.
you.
She walked up while I'm sitting there before a show and was like, I'm in the front, make fun of me, you turd, and walked away. And I was like, I hate you.
Yeah, exactly.
Why are you here?
Yeah.
You're going to ruin my night.
Yeah.
You fucking bowl of mashed potatoes.
It's
you fucking idiot. Oh, and then I kept making fun of everyone in the casino for driving carts.
Little mobility chairs.
Yeah, there was like 5 in the audience.
God
I saw them
damn.
at the end of the show. I was standing out in the lobby, and like 3 just zoomed past me. I was like, "Oh,
It was like you were in the future. They're like,
yeah, dude, it was crazy." They were all healthy. There was one that was just a girl, just a normal girl, just carted right past me. I was like, "What the fuck?"
She went to the lady. She's like, my legs are tired. And they're like, here's a fucking
Here's a
mobility
cart.
scooter.
Yeah, dude.
I'm drunk. We got to get them.
Mobility
That'd
scooters.
be tight, yeah. If we started buzzing around our neighborhood in mobility scooters, dude, we get so much cred. We back in, dude. We back in.
This would knock her down.
Big revelation, dude.
I want to fight
This-
Luis Gomez.
No,
Get up-
I don't.
get up
I
in
would
the mic.
never.
I
fuck
want
with-
to fight Luis Gomez.
Are we on right now?
Yeah, we're on.
Dude, I would
pussy.
never touch Billy.
No.
Billy would fuck me up.
I would
Nice.
never do it on principle.
Big boy.
That would be a problem.
They're real muscles too.
Billy's a mountain, dude.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I could have given you some trouble, but not
Oh,
now.
I think you still give him some trouble, dude.
I might.
We have the same size hands.
Show him now.
So do I. I got small hands.
Dude, don't let him. I'll get him on you. You don't hurt, bro.
You guys got the hamburger helpers?
Nah, dude, Billy is a fuck. Yeah,
those
you
hands- let me
would.
see
You
those
would
hands.
rain. No, dude. I got
Unofficial
tiny
moderator of the
Yeah,
Reddit.
the biggest.
Matt has the biggest hands in here.
Yes, dude. Yes. Nah, Billy's with like the weight.
Dude, Billy's got thick.
I'll
fucking.
get my
He's
paws
got
on.
look at the dirt.
I like
in those
throwing these
fingers.
motherfuckers around. No, I'm just kidding.
I know. I think you would beat the fuck out of Lewis.
Yeah, he's a fat emo, dude.
But in his defense, he does.
He's 50.
train,
Don't care.
and he can.
The real thing is the age, dude.
Punch him in the hip, dude. He's down.
I don't think. How old is he? He's like.
70 compared to me, dude. He's old as fuck.
All right, you would give
He
him
could have
trouble.
had me, dude.
How tall are you?
6 foot.
You're only 6 foot.
No cap, dude.
Really, dude. That's crazy. You're only 6 foot.
I guess. I carry myself.
You carry yourself.
Hell
dude.
yeah, dude.
Shoulders back, head
You
up.
walked
yeah.
in. I was like, "Hello, sir."
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was like, "Damn,
26
this guy's
years young.
6'6".
You're like, thank you for your service, sir.
Man, this is like you're like
Kind
fucking-
of steals valor.
I
with
don't
the swag,
though, dude.
dude.
I
You
don't.
kind of do
He
though, dude.
kinda
You
does.
kinda
It's my
do.
work clothes, man.
I'm
You
just
do,
saying. I mean,
you do respond in military. You're like negative.
It's hilarious.
it is
Yeah,
hilarious.
it's fun.
Have you thought about joining?
No, fuck no, dude.
Why not?
No,
Well, tummy likes
Don't
his
wanna get shot?
Snackies, dude.
It does like a snack.
Snackies, dude.
Dude,
You don't think they
you want
give
me
you
to dox you right now?
yeah,
You're
get
talking
doxed?
about snacks?
You get doxed on the cast,
Dude, how many pints did you used to eat?
Pint a night.
A pint a night.
Pint of ice
Oh,
cream at
wait,
night?
but would you drink a milkshake on your way back? Come on, tell him. Tell him how bad you were.
You were playing tonight.
I was getting hand-packed pints.
Oh my god.
Okay, I was getting hand-packed points. I was getting milk and cookies. Dude, I mean, you know, they have Ben and Jerry's came out with milk and cookies ice cream. What am I
After
supposed to do?
NJ's, dude.
You gotta sleep.
Oh yeah, I eat myself
Yeah,
to
man,
sleep.
you gotta sleep, dude. You gotta eat some pizza. You gotta
You
fucking.
can't be throwing fucking stones
Were
at
you
glass
getting
house.
these? Were you getting these at gas stations?
No, there's
no,
a
Ben and
there's a
Jerry's.
Ben and Jerry's
Straight to
store
the
near
source,
us.
dude.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's the
Because
hand
the
pack.
gas stations, those ads they put above the pump, that's the fucking working class. That's how they keep them down.
Yeah, that's the hit. That's,
They-
that's the black and white pinwheels above.
Dude.
It, like, woo.
If you're white trash and you see
yeah.
that sign above
Yeah,
it, like
for
it's
sure.
like $2 for like
Fuck, I
3
need a
hot
Mountain
dogs.
Dew.
It's like
Yeah.
I gotta get in there.
True.
The
You
two
don't have-
sizzlies for $3.33.
Yeah, dude. That's,
It wakes up the bear.
Dude, those
government-
awful sizzlies.
the
Mother
government
of
administered AIDS and crack to the black community, and they gave us fucking sizzlers,
Waffle
God. Waffle
sizzlies.
sizzlies.
Waffle
yeah.
sizzlies.
Half-gallon
Yeah,
iced
yeah.
teas.
decimating the white population.
Oh yeah, telling people iced tea's good for you.
Well,
Yeah,
if I was 6'9", I would just be like, I'll enlist. He's still young.
You think he should join the military?
Yeah, for sure. It's the least you can do.
Yeah, that'd be nice if he served this country. I served.
You served.
No big deal.
I almost served.
Really?
I mean, I tried to join the Marines.
What, are they going to shoot you out of a cannon?
Sir.
Wow, come on, dude.
I would have made a good tunnel rat.
True.
Goddamn,
Fucking
purple.
height isn't, dude.
He would have been a LARP.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's fucking end it.
You down?
It's hot.
Yeah, it's hot in here.
Yeah, luckily I can say this. I definitely I was such a ruthless bully, but I was more focused on making nerds life hell. I actively bullied people like nerds and like.
Yeah, I only bullied our group of friends.
Oh, dude!
If I could tell someone was like a loner, for the most part, I was not a dickhead to them.
See, from the beginning, when I was younger, I was just bullying anyone who I could bully.
Yeah,
and then
that's probably how I started.
Then there was a kid who was like homeschooled weirdo.
Cool.
I think I was scored number 4, and he wrote a hit list and brought it to school. I got a fucking.
He scored a 4.
He was homeschooled his whole life, and his mom sent him to 8th grade. And he came, dude. And
Prime
it was,
coming age.
Dude, he came in, and it was just like when people watch like Locked Up.
We
were all in there, just like, what up, dude? Dude, he was on our baseball team, and he ended up quitting. And then like they found a hit list, and it's literally, and I hit number 3. I was
3.
Fuck, dude, we used
It's a
to
strong ranking.
The guy bought a batting cage, so like he would in there like, you fucking suck, and the balls would be flying at him. He was like, I got punched in the face by a nerd, and I stopped bullying nerds at that point. And then I started just bullying weird kids. I
remember that very vividly. My first week at high school. Because I was always like, why are people mean to these dorks and like gay dudes? Why are you mean to them?
Yeah.
And I went into the bathroom, and there was a dork. There was a guy who I knew was a huge fucking dork, and I think he was gay. I don't know. I didn't know at the time, but he was just weird.
Yeah.
And I was like, what's up, dude? And he just instantly was a fucking asshole because he had been bullied so much.
He had to shell
that
shock.
the dorks and gay dudes were fucking mean.
Oh, for sure.
Like, shut up, asshole. And I was like, whoa. All right. This is who I am now. I'll fight you. There's a dork.
He was like Moaning Myrtle in Harry Potter.
There's a dork. Yeah.
He's in the bathroom like, fuck you.
Yeah. You just float around in different classes.
The only gay kid, I used to always be like, yo, you look so fucking hot today. And he'd be like, just laugh. And we were just laughing.
Good.
But then I would definitely, like, if I saw kids, I would just, in the meantime, try to set up fights and make kids fight each other. And like,
True. Behind the scenes.
The kid that I used to bully,
yeah.
The kid that I used to bully, or I did bully that until he punched me in the face before biology class, I, for some reason, was like, all right, I took it upon myself to, like, make him fight some, but in a good way. I thought my intentions were pure.
I remember this.
I thought my intentions were pure, and I set up a fight between him and some kid. There were just 2 nerds a year above me, and I was like, I'm pretty sure I can make them fight, and I made them fight.
Yeah.
This was just another kid. I'm like, yo, you gotta start standing up for yourself, dude. I'm like, because this kid on the bus used to give him shit, too. I'm like, you gotta fight this kid. So then they actually fall on the bus.
How'd he do?
The kid, he tried to fight with his school bag on. The other kid just grabbed his school bag straps and was choking him. And I was like, no, bring it up.
Oh, you set him up for failure?
I wanted him to beat this kid up. And he
lost?
He got his ass kicked.
He took an L.
He got his ass
If someone's
hit.
sitting behind you on the bus, they can fuck you up. That's how the bus rankings are. The further you sit in the back, the more you can beat the shit out of you. It's like a Mortal Kombat.
I remember seeing that kid who I was setting him up to fight with, and he lost. But I saw this kid at it was like a soft hop or something. And he went to my high school, and he was just like, yo, I'm on an E pill. And I was like, nice. And I fucking punched him in the stomach as hard as I could. And he was like, oh, why would you do that? I was like, fuck you, dude.
The drugs are gay.
I just thought it was funny to punch him. I was like, what, does stuff feel really good? He's like, dude, it's unbelievable. And I was like, blap. Right?
Oh, man.
Shit.
Bullying is the shit. Fuck Gillette, dude.
Yeah, dude. Bullying is fucking
Bullying
rad
rocks.
as fuck.